This gentleman next to me, Barry Ritson, is the technical director for a club in Southern California who has been a treat as far as picking his players and supporting the program. So maybe I want to ask Barry a question from the outside looking in. What were your thoughts on the Pro Plus ODP program until obviously this year when you've come into the program and helped us?
I think from looking from the outside, it's tough to gauge how difficult it is to pick the kids. I think as leaders of organizations where we hope our kids are selected, looking from the inside as opposed to the outside, we can see the collaboration between the staff, how vast the player pool is in Southern California, and it's not easy. So there's kids that I've had in the past that have been selected, and it's great, and some decisions that maybe are questioned in the past. But now I can see that there's a process behind the scenes that makes sense, and kids get opportunities.
And I know, Barry, your club particularly is very, very big on the process of college, and I know that this has probably helped a number of your players that way. Would you think that's the value of it? Is the value there? I mean, as far as collegiately, I know that kids sign earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've seen on the girls' side, there's a lot of opportunities to play collegiate soccer. But once a kid has the ODP designation on their resume, on their CV, it kind of elevates them above kids that don't have it. I mean, just looking today, the number of college coaches out at the fields, it's tremendous. Even in Arizona, we see the powerhouses of Southern California lining the fields to watch our kids play. So, absolutely.
And I know as a director of coaching of a club that's very successful, I know your work schedule is like, I don't even want to mention it. For you to find time to do this and now have this insight, I think it's terrific. Obviously, we're going to get people question, why is Barry Ritson in Arizona? And because I think I should answer that, because I think you're one of the most professional coaches I've seen in Southern California. You do a great job with the club. And, I don't think you really know how many players are in these pools from your club anyway. So, for you on the 2001s, it's an interesting dynamic because you have these young men from Sierra Leone, if I'm not mistaken. So how's that working out with the kids from Sierra Leone integrating with the American boys?
It's fun. It's fun to see the kids that are coming from a totally different culture, that are mixing in with the American kids. And you can see over time, we've been here, 4 days now, and they've got closer. They understand the process. They understand what we want from them from a playing standpoint. But most importantly, they are proud to wear the Cal South ODP badge. So the game that we played today with the 2001s was one of the best games I've been a part of, that I've coached in, just for the camaraderie of the group, going into PKs, fighting back, and then watching those celebrations at the end that was special.
Yeah. I mean, definitely at the end of the game, we had probably about 100 of the Cal South kids run on the field and jump on your boys, which is really terrific. And people at home don't see that camaraderie. And, you're from England like me, obviously, so we have Lancashire schoolboys. We have these district things. So I think the value is great. I want to thank you for giving your time. Hopefully it's not the last time. I know you've got some changes at the club, and it might not be able to do it. But on behalf of the Cal South board, all of our staff, especially the kids, because, with Joey, you two are the biggest jokers around. And that helps the kids with the camaraderie. So appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me.